So you're basically matching.
Yeah.
So you're matching a cigar with.
Yeah. That's another thing. Come check it out.
That's step, everybody. Air Force veteran. Did we have somebody that wanted to step up here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We're good now. Then. All right. I just gotta break this up real quick. My boy, and I did. Yeah, I know it's kind of double. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. It's a Puerto Rican. Yeah. Little cigarillo. All right, this is my boy Anthony. Double Oak Reserve and Puerto Rican cigars. That's find my light. All right, everybody. We have another wonderful guest. He is the owner of this fabulous, wonderful destination here, this establishment. He was gracious enough to invite us to. This is Dee. He is also a veteran, and we're going to get a chance to talk to Dee about his experiences and why he started this wonderful establishment. How's it going, Dee?
Man, appreciate you having me on. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Close to see
Yeah, we also, we definitely have to thank our service providers for their service, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you heard, a lot of my family were servers, so.
So you're originally
what?
from Harrisburg?
No. I was born in California. I
Nice.
lived in Montana.
Where in California?
I was born in Oakland.
Okay. Oh. It's a different breed right here. Don't let them fool you. Okay. No, but yeah, man, I did 6 years in the Army Guard. I loved it, man. I loved every minute of it. Met a lot of people, a lot of friends. Still talk to some today. I learned so much, man. Discipline, hard work, critical thinking, and things like that. Stuff that I can carry into the civilian side. Did 2 tours. I did one in Africa and Djibouti, Africa. I did one in Iraq. Djibouti, Africa was more of like an ag mission. We didn't do much. Full security. We had people out there showing the locals on the farm. So it was an ag mission, so we showed them how to farm and stuff like that. We just full security around the perimeter. That was basically the whole time. Yeah, so I got the action in Iraq.
Okay.
So I was there in the pull-out. Operation New Dawn. That was in 2011. So when I say it was the pull-out, it was like the invasion. We didn't have anything. There wasn't any PXs up. We couldn't go to any stores because we were pulling out. So we were getting everything out the way. We were pulling out racks. So it was rough, man.
Just left out the desert.
Yeah, man. it's like it's like they're downsizing, so everything's like the soldiers. If they had the luxury of having like the pool, the Olympic size swimming pool, man, 24-hour fitness. They had about 5 of them. When I got there, everything was cool. A lot of ice,
Stripped down.
125-degree weather. Oh
Yeah.
Stay hydrated.
Yeah.
A lot of water.
Yeah. One of the guys that we had interviewed, he's an EMS now, but when he was in Iraq, he said he put a thermometer on the front of the Humvee because they were running security for high priority packages.
Yeah.
And he said it was, at times it was 140 degrees. He says anything after 115, it's all the same.
Oh yeah. Imagine having all the gear, on, so it's like an extra 5 degrees hotter. Get all the weight on you, whatever you're packing.
Right.
But I just look at it as a learning experience. I was grateful. I came home. We do what they call a left seat, right seat. So what that is whenever you get in the country, you meet up with the unit of your place. So when we met up with the sergeant, he basically had nothing good to tell us. He said, "Where are you going? You're going to be in firefights every day."
Oh.
We've had about 3 guys go down. He's like, it's just a hot zone. So this is my first deployment. Me along with a couple other guys. We were scared.
Right. Young and scared.
Young, man. It's like, what the hell, man? But we got, we relied on our training. At the end of the day, try to think too much, rely on your training. It's repetition. You do it so much. So whenever you get the first contact, you know what to do, think, you react. You just rely on your training. So I had that mindset going into it, and I knew I was a pretty good soldier, so I knew if I just stuck to what I was taught, I was going to be all right.
Right.
I ended up ranking up eventually. When I got back, I ended up ranking up. I ended up becoming an E5. So I got my tour, my first tour. I got an E5. I thought about commission. So I got a bunch of tattoos. And yeah, so what happened with that, I got called for another deployment. I just got back from Africa. And this is my second deployment in a year and a half. I was like, hey, we need to go back to Iraq. At the time, this is my second child. So I had my first child. My baby mother, she did a whole pregnancy on her own because I was deployed. And she was like, I just can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. And I was on my way out. I had about 4 months left. So when you're within that 6-month range, they won't deploy you. Just stay stateside. Yeah, I just stay stateside and just finish up my time. But if I stayed, I probably either would have been a warrant officer or I would have just commissioned.
Okay.
For sure, 100%.
Right. Yeah. My cousin, he was in the Guard. He was a staff sergeant. He was deployed. He did 3 tours in Iraq. One Iraqi Freedom.
Okay.
So he's a part of that deployment. But
that's where my love for stars came. I used to drive around my major and Nicaragua, the Romeo and Juliet, 1875. And I didn't know anything about cigars, but I know that cigar smelled good in particular. Right. I smoked it every day. I picked them up 0700 every morning. They had that cigar ready. I started to get that to smell. It's good. I never tried it. When I got stateside, I was in Atlanta. A friend of mine was having a bachelor party. He said, hey, when we go to the cigar lounge downtown, we stay there, have a couple of drinks, and maybe smoke a cigar. At the time, I hadn't never even smoked a cigar, but like I said, my major, I smoked them every day. So I went, caught the vibe, man. It was real laid back. relax. Premium cigars, man. And I was just like, man, I can do this. You can open one of these anywhere, man. You know, it's not a club. It's not a bar. You know, it's a place you can relax, have a cocktail, and a cigar. You know, the commodity people you here. You know, so it was a no-brainer for me when I came back home. See, I was 11 Bravo. 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie.
Infantry.
So it ain't a lot of times that's going to transition. You know, stateside. So I had to figure something out, right? Went to school, got a degree. Still wasn't satisfied, though. Still felt a little empty. Same thing. I didn't get my mental health checked. A lot of sleepless nights, a lot of phone calls, hotlines, things like that. I had to find something. I had to cope, right? I picked up these. And it wasn't just cigars, it was everything around it, right? It was the people that I was engaged with, it was the conversation, it was the atmosphere. That kind of was my therapy, man. So, yeah, man, it was just a no-brainer for me, man. Whenever I really got invested in cigars, I seen the type of people that smoke cigars. You know, I was like, I didn't need the medication. This is what I need right here. This is what I need. You know, because I mean, I'm not completely against the medication, but a lot of people fall deep in, you know, where they better do these. So I didn't want to start it.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, some people are chemically dependent, and it's hard for them to overcome that disease.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I wouldn't encourage this for somebody who's chemically dependent, but, you know, for people who can handle it and are capable of handling their liquor and being able to smoke a cigar and be in this kind of atmosphere,
Right.
it'd be a wonderful place for them to kind of decompress.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you said something about you had a hard time readjusting and
Well, yeah, man.
back into society.
There was a lot going on when I was out there. So, you know, not just trauma, like I said, the last 7 years, I've been the infantry. So that's kind of, you know, in the military, man, they don't want you to get sidetracked. They don't want you to be invested in anything but the military. What's going on with the mission, their hand. So, you know, and I wanted to be a good soldier. So that's what I did, man. I just focused on my job, my duties, and kind of got stuck in there. And when I came home, it was just hard, man. It was hard to get out of that structure.
Right.
It was real tough.
Do you not ever think about getting into law enforcement or any kind of public service?
Honestly, I was going to be a firefighter. I took the test. I went through, it's like 4 or 5 phases. I think I went through like the 3rd phase. Once they told me how much I was making, so
Not a whole lot.
try something else. I went back to school. But
Yeah.
what kept me afloat was during wartime, there's always, and a lot of people stateside don't know this, but there's a lot of different things you can do to make money. They usually have stateside who trains active duty members to go. We have a few training facilities here. One big one is Kentucky. I don't know if you heard of it. Southwestern Kentucky, Greenland, Kentucky.
I've never heard of it.
It's a big. That's where a lot of stuff where they go down range. They go up here. So there's different things that I was doing. I was doing that a lot, and we recorded once or twice a month. Picked up like different like state jobs they would have posted, things like that. So I figured out what I wanted to do. I was really clueless. I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I said, it was adjusting to the civilian side was a little tough, but we here now.
Right.
I work out a lot of things internally, so I mean it's still like everyday thing. But I still got friends in the military. I still hear stories of it, so I'm still connected in certain ways, but for the most part, man, it's right here.
Yeah, right here. So you found a way to reintegrate yourself into society by giving a place for other people to come
Absolutely.
have that camaraderie.
I want people to feel the same thing I feel when I come here.
Right.
And for the most part, I think they do.
Right.
I got satisfied hotels, a lot of regulars, so
Okay.
I think it's working out.
Yeah. You're pretty good.
All right.
All right. Well, it sounds like you're doing pretty good when you have people in here, different events going on and all that stuff.
Trying to stay relevant, man.
Yeah.
Stay relevant. I just hosted a mental health awareness event.
Okay.
May 31st. It's good turnout, man. We had a guest speaker. He kind of led the charge, but it was nice. Man. I think I'm gonna do another one at the end of the summer. I give you a call.
Okay.
Give you a call, sure. Probably come set up.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good to be a part of that because that's kind of like the whole premise of our podcast too, is mental health awareness for veterans and first responders.
Yeah, absolutely.
Give them the help they need. Building that connection.
And another resource, man. You never have enough resources.
Right. Yeah. Resources, connections,
Absolutely.
voices. Say it out there, get it out there. So that everybody can hear it.
That's right.
Not a lot of people understand. They just
like my buddy said, a lot of schools just have that tough guy mentality. So like they can take on world settings.
right.
And, if I can be a voice for those people.
Yeah.
I know I've been there. It's rough, man.
It's
rough.
It's hard to do it on your own.
It is very, very hard. Some
Yeah.
people don't make it, some people do.
Yeah, some people have too much pride and maybe that bravado or just some of that stuff that's inside them. Maybe they're just afraid.
Right. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a lot of pride and I was afraid, but unfortunately, for my wife over there, she kicked me in the butt to get help.
So,
Sometimes it takes a person looking from the outside in to kind of point you in the right direction.
yeah. I do believe that 110%.
It looks like you're getting a bit more of a crowd here.
But yeah, man, whenever I fell in love with cigars, I felt like that was my way out.
Yeah.
I know it's just like I said, it's everything around you. I enjoy it, right? I enjoy the company it brings. And I've actually invited a few of my buddies that I didn't play with. They came, hung out, talked. Like I said, we actually, it was crazy. I just started a group text with a couple guys. So I think that's a good thing too. Started a group text. So any questions or concerns anyone has, we just refer to the group. So
That's pretty awesome. Gotta have support for all your people.
how's that?
It's pretty good. It's pretty chill.
It's from you got it from
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Straight to Puerto Rico.
Yeah, plus like I said, Romeo and Juliet's from Puerto Rico, Spain, some days.
So you got an acid?
Tatiana's Puerto Rico. I don't know what that is.
That's an acid.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I got these in there. These are the blondie Maduros. Nice stick, man.
Yeah. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm working my way to it.
It's about 25, 30 in the smoke.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it smells good. Yeah, I got some out of there. The bigger ones.
I think it's one of the funniest things is when I get people in here and they have no clue about cigars. It's like, can you help me find cigars? I used to lose my point. Sometimes it's a little too sweet. Sometimes it's not sweet enough. So I always leave with it. If you're ever in a situation where cigars with people, you want to buy a cigar, and I leave with these. It's always it's affordable. So it's a good smoke, and you can damn near pair with anything.
Yeah.
Leave with these.
Okay.
Like your collection. Nice.
Appreciate that. I bought this little human go to the
It's a place I never want to go.
That's beautiful. We go there a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. We love it there. It's beautiful. It's hot. Humid, but the beach is nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah. The food is amazing. Now, don't go into the main restaurants. When you go to Puerto Rico, you gotta find the stands on the side of the road.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the secret.
They got the best food.
Okay.
Yeah. We found that one by accident, and I found pasteles there, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven."
Nice.
Yeah. Some of the main restaurants they'll take a lot of pride in their stuff because it's like chain stuff.
Yeah.
But when you go to the mom and pop,
Keep the good stuff.
yeah, the homemade.
Oh yeah. It's love in it.
Yeah, a lot of love. Anyway. Yeah. So, what did you have there in your cigar?
This was the Rocky Patel. This was like a 30-inch smoke, man.
Okay.
It's the Rocky Patel Gold. Something quick, portable.
Okay. How much do they usually run?
About $9.
$9 per cigar.
You know, you can get some.
Yeah.
It can get real expensive.
Yeah.
Most of them they don't $125, especially occasions. There's a debit.
Right. So, what would you normally pair that up with as far as
This Rocky Patel.
Rocky Patel?
This Rocky Patel Gold.
Okay.
I would pair it with like a something a little more like a Sazerac, like a rye.
Okay.
Like that pair with a rye, man. It'll balance it out. It'll balance the rye more spicy sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, it definitely very good with a rye. Sazerac, I love Sazerac rye.
So that's something I did know is that you could compare your liquor to your cigars.
Absolutely.
There's a science to it. I did not know that.
Yes, sir.
That is something new. 47 or 48 now. I never knew that.
Nice.
But I'm partial to rum dip cigars. I like the way they smell. They smell, taste.
Yeah, must know how to do any Q&A. I told him that, so he wants to ask questions.
Oh, well, just tell me these questions. Maybe we can answer some.
Well, I'm going to, he said.
Okay.
He said, you're making it up. Now I want some street food for portfolio.
Sorry, Anthony. I can't afford to pay for your trip, but you're going to have to figure it out, buddy.
What is your favorite dip cigar?
My favorite dip cigar has to be True Estates. Actually, like a few, like Telly's, like Rocky Tails dips. Davidoff's, my favorite.
Sure, he's listening.
He's listening.
Okay. What's up, Anthony?
He said,
So
It's on, yeah, on YouTube.
oh, you way back there, so you can't hear it?
We'll bring the speaker next time. Yeah. Yeah. 8158 podcast.
On YouTube, right?
On YouTube, yeah. Yeah.
And those numbers, what those numbers correlate to?
My cousin's badge number.
Okay, your cousin's badge number, all right, 8150.
Yeah, County Hillsdale Deputy 58.
Got you.
Best cigar bourbon combo.
I'm sorry.
Best cigar bourbon combo.
Best cigar ever combo. Bias. So I'm definitely gonna say Elijah Craig Coastal. With the Romeo and Juliet 1875. Oh my God, it's heavy.
Romeo and Juliet. Are they the same kind? These are they?
Which ones?
Yes. Okay, yeah. I don't know. Those are.
They don't stay with it.
I don't know. Yeah, you smell.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Ooh. Yeah.
There's one.
I haven't opened these yet.
Oh, this just says red.
Yeah.
It says red.
Those are good. There's a little more style.
Yeah.
Those reds are. You got these in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
It's good.
Yeah. I haven't tried
These are more sweet. You know, I pair these with wines. These are more for women.
Okay.
these.
Tell us what you thought.
You know what?
That's my daughter's name.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
It's Tatiana.
It's always a method behind the madness,
Yeah.
right? Tatianas, I got a couple Tatianas. They're good.
Yeah.
I usually pair them with wine. That was good with white.
White wines. Okay.
What was the hardest part about being
Who has an answer? We got 2 guys so far.
We do a lot. So,
be told what to do all the time. Like I said, what is there?
everything. You know what? I hated the most. I hated getting up so damn early. It didn't matter what day it would be. So I had to get up for 5 o'clock in the morning. Even straight to pizza. It's like, breakfast and for me, just go straight into it. I hated it. I hated it. I get up early before 4 or 5 in the morning, every morning for years. I mean, you think you get to it, right?
You ever get used to it? You did it for years.
Never used
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a moonshine drinker, so he wants to know what you suggest for a cigar with moonshine.
moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very strong.
Something light. Let's see. Maybe a Buenavina. That's a light cigar. It's a light wrap. It's a DR cigar. Nicaragua. Yeah, that's shiny.
Yeah. We have a ninja slushing machine, so you can make like frozen margaritas and stuff.
Okay.
And so he was telling him about it. And he's, I told my wife, she said, we got to get one so we can make frozen moonshine. And I said, no. It's so gross.
Have fun with that.
That would just be so hot. You have to add water to it to freeze it.
Right.
So just be watered down frozen moonshine.
You got to flavor it.
Too strong.
Flavor it. You got to flavor that stuff.
He's got lots of questions.
Yeah, Anthony, he was on our podcast, and he's a 25-year veteran of the volunteer fire service.
Nice.
And he started out when he was a little kid, seeing the fire trucks. They invited him over to the house to watch the trucks, and he kind of worked his way up to being the bellboy, ringing the bell when it's time to
Nice.
go out on fires, and then he became a firefighter.
Okay.
So he did it for 25 years.
I know you didn't actually do fire, but you're going to. So he said, with the military and then with what you envisioned that fire would be, which one do you think would be?
Probably military. Not just action wise, but when you're in the military, it's military all the time, right? Whether you're off, it's just where it is. You know. I say with firefighting, you at least get time off, get break. A lot of those guys are on swing shifts, so it's like 3 or 4 off or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's different, definitely different. I mean, as far as like being a hazardous job, you know, so
Yeah.
Yes, especially when you're in country, man. It's just, you can't really take no time off. You don't want to. You want to be on point all the time.
Right.
You got guys that's literally trying to kill
Right.
you. You know, so you really can't be lax. You can't be complacent.
You gotta keep your head on the swivel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting dynamics. You know, like with firefighters, they deal with their own set of traumatic incidences, situations, especially like Anthony's. But yeah, they deal with their own traumas in different situations.
Absolutely.
And it's hard on them.
Yeah, for sure.
You
So
know?
as like I said, it's a hazardous job. It's stress.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely stress.
Yeah, sure. If you're not sleeping, I'm gonna go.
Does anybody have any questions that we can answer while we're up here? Anybody want to hop on dinner?
They're like, no. Do we have any other? Or first response? Fire, EMS, police. Yeah, so we are currently in Smoking Bourbon, sitting here with the wonderful owner who invited us over to do this interview. We interviewed Devin earlier. If you missed it, you have to go back and listen to it when it comes out. Air Force veteran, and we also have an Army veteran right here, sitting right next to me. He opened a wonderful establishment. It's a good place to come for the camaraderie and to have a cigar
Support veterans.
and, you know, support veterans and have a nice drink. Adult beverage.
I have a question for anybody that might be local. What's the next event that you have coming up?
Actually, this Friday we are kicking off Urban Blues Cafe. So every Friday we'll have live blues band, Urban Cabbage, and actually Saturday I'm hosting my first comedy show.
Okay.
Show here. So it's always something.
Well, I definitely.
Too many people that can't, you know, rock the blues. Everybody
I love the blues.
Well, Anthony's got one more question.
Okay, yeah.
He said you were talking about your take on using meds to cope. Was there a time that you felt you needed to go that route? And what did you do to that?
Well, I did. I felt like that countless times, man. Especially when I first happened. I didn't really know what to do. That's just I've seen stuff that really messed up a lot of us. From a situation I had friends that didn't make it. So man, that's how I found little scars, and honestly, my kids. I gotta look for something, right?
Some way to go.
Kids, something sorrow, kids, scars, conversation, a lot of conversations, a lot of long conversations.
Like, how long did you do it?
October 25th.
Oh, it's not even here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, okay. Very new. It's nice.
Yes.
Yes. Where we got it.
Natural root.
Oh,
So
That's what they have.
yeah.
Playing.
we have the beers. We have two first ones have beer. It's the golden blonde, around 4.7% alcohol content. It's good. Good. Fancy little can too. We have one. Fancy little can, man. Look inside the ice maker.
So that's exclusive to you right now?
Yeah, well, actually, it was. I introduced a few more businesses, try to help a couple.
Okay.
Okay.
I could just kept it to myself, but trying to help them out.
Yeah.
It's just good. Look how cool it is. The end of the name might throw you off a little bit, but it's a good beer. Watermelon chicken grits.
Sounds funny.
Chicken and grits.
Like I said, the can is cool. That's right.
Take a look at that. So it's a golden blonde beer.
Yes.
Okay.
You do the beer?
Yeah.
Pick it up.
Okay. I'll try that. Lick it before beer in the clear.
That's it.
I can review that.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to try that one.
He said, where can I order it?
Come smoke a burger.
Yeah.
Is it local?
Alabama.
Okay.
No, it's
Or no,
not.
North Carolina. North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah,
Sorry,
we definitely come
We do have guests from Alabama in the South,
Nice.
South Carolina, North Carolina, New Mexico, pretty much all over the country. Wisconsin, California.
Sure, from Wisconsin.
Okay. Yeah. We interviewed the police captain from Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. He's a good guy. He runs a support group too for pretty much everyone,
Okay.
even convicts.
I got you.
So anybody that needs help, they can go in there and get help. So it's pretty awesome.
So Sunday we had a shooting in Lexington.
Okay.
Where an officer was shot.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. They had my news.
I'm sure we've heard of it.
And good words of encouragement to law enforcement out there to not just the officers that get shot, but it was an issue dealing with mental illness.
Yeah.
So the guy was this is the two-sided coin. The guy is a very good person within the community. He had some bad luggage. You know, he done some bad things in the past, whatnot. But at that point in time, he flipped and ended up shooting an officer. And no one really knows the whole story of what happened. But they're giving the shooter such a bad reputation and not really knowing the situation. Do you think it's good or bad, or what do you think the conversation or the respect should be for the shooter? And when we deal with these type of situations where the person has shot a law enforcement, but when that's not normal, that's not their normal character. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They flip. You know, we dealing with kids, we dealing with marriages, separations. People do things that's not in their character. And he had a child that was she wasn't retarded or like autistic disabilities, and he was standing up for his daughter, and that's where the emotions came from. But no one hears about it. All the stories you heard on Fox News, all the local stations, they don't tell about the story about he almost lost his daughter and how he was frantically just was in emotion and pulled the trigger on an officer, and now he's being labeled as this idiot, as this thug, as this bad person. But how do you think that people should, I guess, compensate or respect? I won't say respect, but
Or how would they even approach
this? Because you see it on social media how they're just downplaying this person. Have you ever been in those situations where you almost lost it? And you like, "Dang, if I would have made this decision, I would have been labeled as an idiot or
Right.
So bringing it all back, when people make bad mistakes, especially when it's on an officer, and they're being flown, how do you think people should approach conversating about the situation?
Well, this is kind of a touchy subject for me because my cousin was killed by someone in a traffic stop, and my cousin was the best person in the world. One of the guys that if you had any problems or issues, he would be there for you. It didn't matter if you were an inmate, if you were an officer, or whoever you were. He would give you the help you needed. If you needed help, he'd be right there to help. And he was, with the sheriff's department for, I think now we're 13 and a half years. As far as how you would approach dealing with somebody who kills an officer, that's kind of like a hard balance subject to try to breach. But also people have to understand the mental health aspect of what that person was going through at the time. Because nobody knows what they were going through. They could have had some kind of PTSD. They could have had some kind of other mental health illnesses. But it's kind of hard for me to try not to be biased against something like that because of what happened to my cousin, somebody that I loved and respected, and who was a very kind, awesome person. So it's never good to shoot a police officer. They're there to help us, and they're there to protect us. And yeah, we do have bad apples, and hopefully one of these days they'll be rooted out. But like you said, there's also the other side of it where you have to approach that person and try to dig into their mental health and see where they're coming from. You know what I mean? But it's going to be hard because we're not at that stage in life in our society to change the way we think about situations like that. Because there's not enough people that are willing to step outside of that thought process to really want to side with somebody who does that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I think there is a point to where you have to understand the mental health aspect of what was going on with that person. Like Graham Hoffman, he was a firefighter in Kansas City. They were transporting a frequent flyer who she had mental health issues, and she decided to stab him in the chest while he was helping her. He was a firefighter paramedic. 26 years old, 27?
Yes.
Yeah. He was killed in the back of the ambulance trying to take her to the hospital. So she obviously had her mental health issues, and why she would do that, I have no idea. What was going on in her head to think that it was okay to do that? And, why didn't the police search her? Why did they find a weapon or a knife or whatever? But, I mean, that's a good question. It's just hard for me to kind of answer because I'm still a little biased.
In the same situation, I think what we should do is really not jump to judging the shooter or the one that got shot, because we don't know the whole story.
Right.
We should start learning how to be compassionate for both of them. I think that's the hard thing to do, is be compassionate for someone that created an unlawful act.
Right.
Whether they're right or whether they're wrong, there was something going on that was wrong.
Obviously.
So I think that's one thing we should start learning how to do, is when we do see situations that occur, because they're going to happen every day, right? As long as we're living in this world, there's going to always be situations. So compassion for the one that done wrong and the one that got hurt, because some situations, say like Breonna Taylor, an innocent man was killed, or woman was killed by an unlawful entry.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying?
remember that.
Then on that situation, who's wrong, who's right? So I just think that we need to start start changing our mental thought process of not just having compassion for both. And that way, we can't be wrong.
Right.
I just, on the flip side, a lot of the reason why podcast is super important is because we do focus on mental health. And I think if we can break down the stigma of mental health, then we can address those issues before those kinds of things happen.
Yeah. Right.
Then we aren't going to have people going out and shooting police officers and stabbing EMS in the back of an ambulance, because those mental health issues are going to be addressed, because there won't be the stigma around, well, if I talk about it, then people will think there's something wrong with it or whatever. So the more that we talk about it and make people understand that they're not alone and it's okay, then I think we'll see less of that.
Yeah.
So.
And that's the thing, creating awareness, and that's how we get help, is by taking situations, breaking them down, and saying, hey, all right, what really happened in this situation? Why did they really do it? I mean, if you really want to hear about some people almost flipping, go sit in at a family court for a day. People that's perfectly fine, that's got 9 to 5 jobs, that's got degrees, but then you're talking about alimony, child support, you taking their kids away from them, and then watch how that mental situation to where it's like, I'm about to flip. Like, I've never been in a situation before. I never thought about flipping. But, well, you're taking the love of my life away from me through a court system. And this is what causes a lot of these. I mean, family court is where we come in and say, you got to pay her X amount of money. She's going to call it cheeky. And we taking kids away from you. You ain't done nothing wrong. But you got to pay, or you make this much money a week. You got to pay this much money a week. Instead of system where it's like if you get a kid from an adoption agency, the adoption is a set amount that it costs for it to raise a kid. But those injustices that we have created need to be talked about, because that's creating a lot of mental illness, which are occurring in a lot of these situations.
Right.
That you got to find the stem of the nature. You're dealing with people's family. Hey man, you got kids?
I got 2.
I mess with your kids. You gonna go suck. Right. So
Temporary insanity.
Yeah.
that we just need to start having sometimes.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, go open this place up.
Thank you.
Really.
Absolutely. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. It's a good place to talk and clear the air and fog the air.
So,
Yeah, so like with the podcast, I know we generally deal with veterans and first responders, but all the mental health issues also pertain to your average citizens and everybody that is in our country that are dealing with mental health issues. And so they all apply to everybody, because even our veterans and first responders, police officers, they tell us other people are going through the same stuff. And they have to take that into account too. So we've had officers talk about that situation where they've had to take into account, what's this person going through? How am I going to handle this situation? And a lot of times they're very compassionate towards these people. Now, they're trained that when they pull a gun, they have to fire.
Right.
To protect their lives and the lives of citizens. So it's not like they're being not compassionate. They're doing what they're trained to do. They're reacting to a situation that they were trained to do, even though they want to be compassionate, but their training takes over everything else, unfortunately.
Darryl has started. They're one of a test pilot with I won't say the mental health, but with social workers. So my cousin is one of the first ones to do it. So whenever an EMT is called out to a situation, right? They get to that situation. It could be an overdose. It could be a shooting. It could be some kind of whatever type of situation that has occurred. Well, after the EMTs have left, take the patient to the hospital or whatnot, He follows up. He comes back to find out, okay, was they on drugs? Was there some kind of wife husband situation going on? What created the situation? And then that's where they start to offer help for mental illness. Because something happened, was it a mental illness related situation? Or was it like it's just a heart attack or somebody fell broke their bone? But was there someone drinking? Was there some abuse, was it domestic violence? And so they follow up with that and provide treatment. He comes back the next day, visits with them, and then finds out what was the situation, and then tries to offer services or counseling to overcome that. It's new, it's very new. I think more people need to research that, what's going on. But Danville is the first test pilot in the state of Kentucky that's doing this, that's sending a counselor with the EMTs, getting them that mental help as well as physical help and that continuous follow. Do you think that's something that the rest of the state and the rest of the states need to do?
I mean, I think that's a good idea, especially for the citizens that aren't getting the help that they need. They should follow up. I know in Montana, if you're considered having mental health issues, they put you in a 72-hour hold. You're held in hospital. Really? And then they figure out if you're healthy enough to leave or not. They commit you. But I mean, there should be some more, active outreach as far as that's concerned. And I think that's a pretty good idea to follow up with these people to see where they're at, see if they need more help or what the situation may be. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, I had no clue they were doing that. But that's a pretty good thing to do. And maybe the whole state should do that.
Anthony wanted to respond to the previous question about compassion for the shooter and the police officer. And he said that it's not cut and dry. I've been through the courts and even tried to commit, but never thought about killing. It's a deeper mental problem with the individual.
Okay.
When they police.
So now it's a mental problem, though, for sure.
Right. But he has a lot of PTSD that he struggles with as a firefighter. He's been EMDR for 4 years. So he's just saying, I've never thought about actually killing someone else or there's something else going on besides just, a PTSD issue or whatever.
Right.
So that's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah, get into the
get down into the nitty gritty with it.
Well, there's always two sides of a coin, but the coin is still worth 25 cents.
Right. That's a great analogy.
I just want to say, positive. I really appreciate you opening these books. Can I say it in there?
Yeah.
You can speak into the mic, dear. Go ahead.
I came to this place when Darryl was smoking, and I'm a neighbor around the corner, and I really appreciate Darryl. Really appreciate him. He's always happy. He's always welcome to serve, and people love to come here and meet you. I think that's what this place can be about. Positive, no matter what's not positivity in this family.
Right.
Bring an energy here, happy.
Good vibes.
Let's surround yourself rather than all the problem there in the world.
Exactly. Carrier.
Only positive.
Words from a future. Loves coming here. It's a pretty cool place. Anthony, too bad you're not here.
He's got a thumb on his face.
You got a long drive, buddy. I don't think you're going to make it. Maybe one of these days we can come down and you can hang out.
Mental health awareness.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Whatever, you could plan ahead.
Social
You could
events.
come up, you guys could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
on the live
absolutely.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that would be good for Anthony's a pretty big guy. He had some very traumatic situations his entire career. And one of the traumatic situations basically put him out of his career. Not like physically, but he was mentally checked out because it was that hard. If you want to hear that story, you're going to have to go on the podcast and listen to it.
For sure.
I'm not going to get it. So, yeah. We really don't have much else to say unless you had anything else to bring to the table.
I think we're gonna do this again for sure.
All right. Well, if you want to invite us on a regular basis, just schedule something and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll bring our karaoke machine thing, speaker next
Okay.
time that we can project out.
Nice.
Yeah. And our other, well, I have our, we can set it up.
Maybe we can do like a monthly. You said you're do the cigar clubs.
Yeah.
Starting that.
Oh, yes, well, yes, we'll do. We'll
Okay.
definitely talk about it,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That would be pretty awesome. And that'd be pretty, I think our listeners might listen to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get some advice on their pairings.
Yeah. Teach you how to pair cigars with your drinks.
That's right.
Lovely drinks.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody. 158, courtesy of Smoke and Bourbon.
Thank you.
I was just gonna ask one question. If they go recreational, will that be allowed in smoking bourbon?
Is that a thing?
Recreational cigars?
Good.
Medical,
Medical.
medical, recreational.
Yeah.
Will that be allowed?
They go medical.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, license.
Yeah.
Be a good place for
Yeah.
it. Mass.
Right on in. Yes, sir.
That's pretty awesome. Once again, it's 8158, courtesy of Smoke and Bourbon. And my brother D here.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, Rico.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having us on here. And thank you for sitting in.
Yes,
I was hoping you would.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, man.
Yeah, we can get on here and do some more stuff.
Okay.
We definitely have the time. We kind of took a break from season 1 to into season 2 because it got pretty busy. So now we're just trying to get caught up.
I got you. Sounds good, man. I love what you guys are doing.
Yeah,
I love this. Great.
appreciate that. You know, we love our veterans. We love our first responders. You know, and it runs deep for me. I wasn't a veteran or first responder, but it runs in my family. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
got to give love and respect.
Yes, sir.
So we appreciate you. Thank you for being on, brother.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome. That was for you. Try it out.
Oh, thanks.
There you go. Like that, we get started out. All right. We do have some merch here.
Yeah.
Anybody would like to buy?
All of them go to champions of first responders, veterans that have passed away, and then also some scholarships for up and coming first responders. So all of our half-half shirts here in the
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywhere from 30 to 40.
Yeah. So we are going to Las Vegas to a police convention.
Nice.
Maybe.
So hopefully.
Lisa makes this for that.
Yeah. We're trying to get donations,
I got you.
but or we're looking for sponsors, but
Okay.
we're trying to go to Las Vegas to a police convention that we're invited to. And, I think it's going to be awesome.
I think so.
We're in the podcast row.
Yes, sir.
It just costs so much money
Yeah.
We're getting the plane tickets covered. Now we just got to get the
So all of
the cover for getting into this.
I got it.
So we have all the shirts and
Nice.
but we're waiting.
I like
So you want your shirt,
It's going to be great.
yeah.
I mean, you're welcome to the podcast anytime to tell your story. We don't live too far, so you can always come.
Appreciate it.
You and Devin, wherever he went.
He's around here somewhere.
Oh, he disappeared.
Might be in the humidor.
He's like, I gotta get out. Or maybe he's recreational. He looked like he might have been recreational a little bit already.
The Washington.
Yeah, man, it's nice.
Are
I'm sure about that everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody can check it out.
Oh, get people got people buying.
Yeah, there we go. Sweet.
Thanks, man. It's working out.
That's pretty good. We'll definitely have to come back do this together.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody. 58. Have a good night.
So I have got one in there.
Smoke your bourbon in.
Not for you, that's has on lips,
Oh.
fingers, like ringing the thing out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I kinda
yeah,
stayed away from
That's
it.
a first. I haven't heard it. You should make a cigar.
Yeah, but I remember just because of that experience.
Oh, this smells good.
Smell good?
Yes, sir.
He's like, oh, really?
Thank you. Appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
Hey, can we be ourselves now? Andy over there, like, I don't know, you can't be loud right now. We're right there, open mic.
Do you want to give me
I can't believe you were muted.
yeah, to me and have. Yeah, just see. Well, yeah. Well, that's.
Wherever he's at. Do you want more? Close out my computer here. Did you? Oh, we didn't stop the live, did you? Oh, you stopped it? No, you're still live. Oh.
It says it's still recording, so.
Still recording.